Okay, so your bird, you fed it up, you fed it well, it did well, it's caught the lure, the drag carcass lure, not a faux lure. Now its weight's balloon, it's not going to want to do anything today, so just give it a tiring, a little bit of food with plenty of casting, plenty of fluff or feather so it feels full up, but don't feed it hardly anything if needs be. If its weight skyrocketed, don't expect to do anything today. The next day, try another lure run, and I'd feed it up well again, just so it really knows that they're worth all that effort to chase and catch. Being Henry, it's the next day. I'm not even going to weigh him because, to be quite honest, his weight's going to have skyrocketed. But being Henry, he's probably going to chase that carcass again today, and I just want to show you what I'd do if it was an actual kill. The messy job that no one wants to see. I don't broadcast on my YouTube channel when we're out practicing falconry. But yeah, you kind of need to know, so I'm going to talk you through one more bit. It's either tagged on to the number 10 video, or it's going to be a mini standalone one, depending on the upload time and how long this gets.
Is it rolling? Are you ready? Oh! A bit of faux fighting. You want him to get both feet on that thing. Look, make sure he's got both feet on it. You don't want to put him off, but you really do. You really ideally want him to have both feet on that. Look, that's it. Well done. You should be able to make it. Back to you. We'll let him feed. Right, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to let him feed on that. So once he's settled, because this bird's weight now, Emily did weigh him, he's now £1.7.2. He started off at £1.5. So he's just nervous and he's not got an appetite. Once he's feeding, you should be made into this bird like I tried to then. Your bird will put its wings down, it'll be aggressively feeding because it won't be as fat as this silly thing here. So we'll just let him settle. Once he starts feeding, I'm going to show you what to do. So in your bag, you're going to have all your falconry kit. Just come a little bit nearer, Ryan, because of the wind. You're going to have a screwdriver sharpened to a 3-sided point. This one isn't. This is posh. 3 sides, goes through bone and anything. This is for dispatching around your bird's feet. A knife is insanely dangerous. If your bird grabs a knife, it's going to cut his own wrist, basically. A spike, instant dispatch. If you're hunting, it's not natural. It's a falconry bird. It's down to you to rush in and dispatch that game instantly, or as instantly as you can. Not to stand there watching your hawk trying to kill an animal that's at the absolute top range of its capabilities in the wild. It will be hunting much smaller stuff most of the time. Make in, use a spike to dispatch if needs be. But if you, like me, want to feed from your hawk, you're going to need all sorts in there. You're going to need a knife. I like a very small, very sharp pointed knife. I want to open up the animal. I might well want to paunch, remove the guts and put them away before the bird sees them to one side. Save me doing it at home. Let the kites and the foxes have something to eat later on. But for sure, I often want to take off a front leg or even a back leg to pick my bird up on rather than a cold chick. So it still goes on eating that food. And of course, for him to break in the tough hide of an animal or plume and pluck a pheasant takes a lot of time out exposed in the open. You want your bird to see you running in to help subdue prey, and all of these to help feed him, not to rob him. I'm going to try and make in. I'm might have to tip with him like yesterday. So now he's tucking in. For the sake of what we see on YouTube, I'm not going to paunch the kill here. You can always do that afterwards, and I don't think it's nice to see whether it's normal or not. Whether your pig that you eat your bacon butty from, that's been dressed down in an abattoir and you wouldn't want to see. So this is lethal to your bird if it grabs it, and it might be grabby with its feet. It's protecting its kill. So you want to get round, use your glove as a shield, even if you're holding the prey. You can now get little knife blades like a Stanley knife that will open up the skin of the prey, but there's no edge on show. My son uses them. If I can find out what they are, I'll put a link on the description. Keep that blade away from the bird's feet, and that means shielding the bird's feet. It can move its feet. Don't get much tougher than a squirrel. Makes a hair look like a piece of soft marshmallow. Squirrel skin so tough. Why did I pick a squirrel? Blunted my knife on the ground. So you've got a back leg, or preferably a front leg, off of your rabbit, let's say. Put it behind your welly boot, out of sight. This is what you don't want your bird doing. Eating the entrails. That's why it's a good idea to paunch quickly. Put your kit away. You're going to have to clean that knife later. Resharpen the edge if you've just stuck it in the ground like me. Let him feed up some more, but for the purposes of this video getting way too long, we're going to step him up, not to a cold bit of meat out of our pocket, a nice warm bit of meat from the kill he's made. Yes, it's a carcass. This is exactly the same as if it was real live quarry, except you would have got in there, shielded the animal, used your dispatch spike, sounds horrible, into the side of the chest cavity, multiple times in and out, or just behind the eye. It's gruesome, it's hunting. If you eat meat, there's no other way of eating meat other than killing animals. That's the way it is. He's got bloodlust. He doesn't care how long it takes to die, as long as it dies and he eats it. You're a human being, you're a hunter, you rush in, you dispatch. You do not stand filming your bird killing wild game. It's disgusting and it's very unethical. There is no reason for it. So we're going to again cover the kill with as much of our glove or our hands as we can, and hope is going to go for this nicely prepared fresh bit of meat all on show. So we'll offer it low. Again, it's just too good. Remember what I said, if he pulls at it but he keeps his feet on the game, lift it up as he pulls up with his beak, it'll frustrate him, and in the end he'll put his feet on that to hold it down. And now we're going to step over the squirrel. We're going to let him continue to feed. We're going to get control gently of his jesses. I've got a squirrel that I've got to paunch, but of course he can't see it. Make sure he can't see it. Out of sight, out of mind. There's your tea for tonight. There's half of his tea for tomorrow. That's your hunting bit sorted. The biggest problem you're going to have is finding land with enough game to give your inexperienced bird enough chances to be successful. The longer it takes to be successful, the more dependent it will be on you, and the more chance your bird, your beautifully parrot-reared, well-mannered bird, will turn into a noisy habdab like he has, but for different reasons. Hope you've enjoyed this set. It's been fun to make. Henry's a star. We love him here at Icarus Falconry. That's probably the end of his hunting career, bless him. His job is experience days now and education, flying for children and other people in an indoor and outdoor setting. Subscribe.